Well,
Welcome back to another episode of the CG Sitdown. We are back. Me and Ryder have been gone for about 3 weeks or so. Cherry's been gone for probably, I'd say 6 months. So, Cherry, explain to us why you've been gone, buddy.
Where you been, Cher?
all right, so first off, I got quarantined and went a little psycho in quarantine, so I decided to go on a little road trip. I ended up in the Bermuda Triangle, and then, I got knocked out by a wave and woke up, and I was fighting some sharks in the MMA ring and decided to come back.
Sounds like a heck of a deal, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
it
we're
was
glad
great.
you're back
It was
at the
great.
end of the day. And it's been a little jog, since the boys have been here. Like we said, 3 weeks. We've had a long, complicated 3 weeks with a lot of basketball going on and stuff. So it really just hasn't been set up enough for us to actually sit down and do a podcast. But thank goodness that we're able to do so and, get after it now. And we're going to start it off with a little bit of a banger. We got FFA, National FFA Weeks coming up. So we're going to bring in some of our members, and we're going to ask them some questions and kind of see how this week's going to plan. I will bring Miss Austin in here. She's our, FFA leader, so she's going to come in and talk about a little bit what we have planned around the school and stuff for FFA week.
Yeah.
So we're going to start it off here with our friend Jase Beltz,
Also
a.k.a.
known
is Buckets. All right? Buckets, how you doing this evening?
Pretty good.
I guess we'll call it morning. We're going to start off with a solid question, all right? What is FFA for a young fellow like you?
Well, it started off as the Future Farmers of America, but now, it's a lot more than that. It's changed a lot. It has a lot of different aspects of it. Like, I know you're in welding and Cherry's in welding.
Yeah.
We enjoy that. There's also that in FFA. Pretty much everything that has to do with agriculture, business, economics, anything like that.
I was going to say, a lot of people think, if you're going to be an FFA, you have to do something with, a farm, rather that be cattle or, working in the fields with grain and stuff. But it really doesn't. Really, anybody can be an FFA.
Yeah, there's only like 4 of our FFA members that actually have a farm, but a lot of the others work on it. But
Right.
a lot of them just decide to join it because it's a cool organization to be
It is.
involved with.
It is. It's a good group to be with. And, when people, like I said, they think it's, have to do with farming. But, we have a lot of kids in the school that have never even, looked at anything like that. And, they're enjoying it. They're still getting involved and, really having fun with it.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go with another question there. That's on me. So, going on to the next question. What made you want to do FFA?
Well, both my parents were in FFA. Both my parents actually showed cattle like I did, so it's just an organization that I wanted to be involved in, and I'm super lucky that the organization actually started here a year before I could actually join it. So before that, no one here was able to join FFA, but I was able to do that.
And that's been really awesome having Miss Austin come in. And, we did lose FBLA and stuff like that, but, FFA moved in, kind of took it over. Helped us still have an organization like that, which was nice. It's been nice. All the kids are still involved with it, and I'll move that into some. We still do have so they used to go to national FF or FBLA competitions and stuff and trips, and people think when we brought in FFA instead of that we were losing those trips, but we're not. You guys still go to the national convention.
Yeah, that was a blast this year.
Where's that at?
Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah, so I've heard
That's a
that's
drive.
that's
Yeah.
a jog, if you will. But I've heard that's a pretty fun time.
Yeah, it is, for sure.
And how many days you go up for?
We were there for about 5 days, I think. I'm not quite sure, but we got to see the Lucas Oil Stadium where the
right.
Colts play. That's where all the sessions were, and
Yeah.
then the big convention center. There's a bunch of shopping booths there and stuff. And then we got to see where the Indiana Pacers play. That
that's
stadium.
cool.
We went to a concert there. So
That's really cool.
That was
Sweet.
real cool.
Yeah, that's nice. So, you were talking about showing cattle. I saw something on, Facebook. Did you win?
Last weekend was the Kansas Classic. We did really good there. We had 4 heifers. We had 3 breed champions out of those and
Nice.
1 reserve, and then went on to be second and 4th overall in the Kansas division.
That's
and
awesome.
then overall, we were 5th overall in the other ring. So
Nice.
that's really
That's
good.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that on Facebook. I was like, that's a big accomplishment to
Yeah, for sure.
do that for all those.
So it's you and your sister do that, right?
Yep, both
Yep.
of us do it now. she's just kind of started doing it. This is about her second or third year that
Right.
she's been able to do it because she's finally gotten old enough and she's doing a real good job.
Good. So how long does your season go? Is that an all year round thing mostly?
Yeah, sometimes there's less shows in some seasons. Like during spring, there's jackpot shows, which are a lot more local and a lot smaller.
Right.
But like through October and December, there's a lot more national shows and
Right,
things
right.
like that.
And how long have you been doing all that?
I think this is my 9th year showing.
year, wow.
So.
What's probably your greatest accomplishment if you could come up with one?
Well, so I started out with Solaire, which is a pretty small breed. There'll be about 100 head at the Junior National.
Mm-hmm.
And then in, I think it was 2017, I got a Hereford, and I showed at the Junior National there.
Uh-huh.
And so I was actually able to win showmanship there,
Nice.
which about 200 kids, which is a lot more than is at Solaire, so that was pretty
Wow,
cool. And
congratulations. That's
then
awesome.
next year I was able to be 7th overall and then reserve overall, so that was real good
Awesome.
showmanship.
And how long are you in the junior before you move up?
So actually the first year that I won Herefords, I was in the Pee Wee division, and then I moved up to the junior division, and last year was my last year in the junior division, and now I'm in
Okay.
the intermediate division.
Nice,
So
nice. And then what's above that when you
Senior division.
Senior, and then is
And
that where
then
it stops?
that's where the junior shows stop, but they're still open shows
Right.
that anyone can show at any age.
Very well. Awesome.
So I heard you were an FFA officer. So what spot are you,
I'm the Sentinel.
and what does that do?
So the Sentinel basically prepares the meeting room, gets everything ready, helps the meeting room maintain order and do things like that.
And go ahead.
So do you plan on staying the Sentinel for a while, or do you plan on moving?
I
up?
plan on moving up in the officer position as I get older. This year, I put it in my application that I wanted to learn from the higher up officer positions. That's why I wanted to be the Sentinel.
So what other above you, or I guess what all officer positions are there that you know?
So there's the Sentinel, the Secretary, the Treasurer, the President, the Vice President, and then there's other there's the building communities chairs, building leadership
Right,
chair,
right,
and
right.
things like that.
Have
So,
you ever thought of being like the president of it?
I wasn't going to put on my application. I wanted to be the president the first year, just coming
Right.
into it. Because actually, technically, I didn't have my green hand degree yet, so
You couldn't,
I couldn't run. But I talked to Miss Austin, and she said it was okay, and they liked my interview, so I was able to get that spot.
Very well. So you do plan on trying to eventually probably make your way up that line and get to that top kind of there.
Yeah.
Very well. So we're gonna move that into so like I said, National FFA Week's coming up. So what do you have? Kind of any little plans we got going on? You ain't got to spoil anything quite big yet, but
Well, we got some pretty fun stuff planned. We got some games and some spirit days each day,
Right.
different things like that. And we'll have the 8th grade recruitment day.
Oh,
we'll
right.
teach them some things, and then the Green Hand Boot Camp, which is always a fun time.
and then that's coming up. What's the date on that?
Next week.
Is that
Or the
next week or
after?
the week after?
Yeah, I'm not. It's
Yeah.
It's
I
one
know
of those
sometimes
weeks,
soon.
Yeah.
I'm just
So that
coming, I think.
whenever those kind of get close to coming out, we'll probably release this whenever that week is closed.
I
But
remember.
Yeah.
I remember last year we had a cool whole little week thing and had a whole bunch of little games and stuff, little scavenger hunts around the school.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and FFA is kind of new around here. It started, I think, my freshman year was the first year that it really kicked off, and I didn't join FFA. I wish I would have, but I didn't quite right off the bat. But yeah, like I said, I definitely regret not, going out and doing it. But I think it's awesome. I think it's some things that every kid needs to try. It's really fun, and they do contests. I guess I forgot
Yeah.
to mention that. There are a lot of different contests that are involved in kind of FFA. I went to a soils judging already this year. So you go and look at the soil and you can guess the different kinds or stuff like that. And let's see what else. I also went to there's meats judging, which is
Yep.
coming up actually.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's
Livestock judging.
Livestock
I did that
judging.
my 8th grade year, and we had a good team that year. I went on to be 14th at state, and we were 10th
Nice.
as a team at state.
Awesome.
Even though Miss Dawson didn't see the rules, and I technically wasn't supposed to compete at state as an 8th grader, but that's okay.
yeah. And then let's
Still,
see.
still did pretty good for going
Yeah.
as an 8th grader against
Yeah.
all high schoolers. Though,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and even those people that think, I don't know, much about any of that stuff. Even though Miss Austin does teach it and, coach you up before those competitions, but there's also competitions like food science last year I went to a food science competition, and you don't need to know anything about animals or really anything to do with that. It's kind of a cool, and you get to judge foods and taste and smells and match them, and so there's all cool things like that. But we also had what was that competition that about made it to nationals? Or
the Ag Issues.
Ag Issues.
Yep.
Yeah, they technically made it to nationals, but because of COVID and stuff, they didn't get to go and perform at nationals. We still performed and did a live video for them here, and that they dwindled down from there. And how many teams actually got to go to state?
I'm not quite sure. I know they
Maybe
separated
4.
it. Yeah, they separated it out into different
Oh my gosh!
divisions.
If you don't quit messing around while we're trying to do this.
We were in a pretty tough division, I heard. I wasn't on that team that year,
Right.
but we were with California and some of the bigger states, so they had some real good teams.
That's tough. And, coming from Kansas, even though, people think places like California and stuff don't have huge impacts on ag, which really they have huge impacts. Huge.
Yeah.
But it's a lot different.
It is.
Like a bunch of grapes and stuff and different fruits.
But they still have cattle up
What's
there.
funny
Yeah,
is
they do.
Oh, yeah. Cali
Yeah.
kid over here. What you know about it?
So,
What's your input here, kid?
Yeah, come on.
So they do a lot of strawberries back there. So if you go to
Strawberries.
Walmart here, you buy some strawberries. Look at the label. It's from my hometown. So
What was your hometown?
I'm not gonna give away that.
Why?
Because my mother and brother and sister still live there.
Well, you have brother and sister.
Yes,
I actually
Preston.
did not know.
I did
that.
not know
did not
that.
know that.
Oh yeah, I do.
Fun fact.
How old are they?
Well, you can
older
give
than-
us the town.
I mean, can I though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just bleep it out.
We can bleep it.
Yeah.
You didn't tell a squat.
You tell us anything,
You
man.
didn't tell a squat. We'll bleep it.
Yeah.
I'll bleep it.
Yeah, we'll bleep it. Santa Maria.
Santa Maria. Is that a big one?
It's 200,000.
All right, so he's from Santa Maria.
Write
Go
that
find
down.
my mom.
We'll beat both of those just for just in case. or
I'm
anything.
just kidding, right?
But
Yeah,
No.
you said it in math class, so I don't think
yeah,
it's a huge
I'm
secret.
just kidding. You don't have to bleep it.
oh, okay. But anyways, what was your shock? Sorry, we're getting off topic. But anyways, what was your shock when you came to Kansas and it's
Grapes.
I'm in a town of 1,000 people and I came from a town of 200,000 people.
It's just it was different. Everything's a little quieter,
Right.
and slower, but
You probably don't hate some most people say it's a pretty nice change.
yeah, it's a great change.
To slow down. And
Plus, California's super expensive right now.
true.
So.
Yeah.
The
even-
houses there are
yeah.
Even,
wow.
even Denver's ridiculous to live in.
Yeah.
And even here, starting to get high.
It's getting
priced.
high here, but it's
land.
not as bad as anywhere
Right,
else. Though.
land,
Yeah,
houses.
exactly.
You do play basketball too, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Kind of
yeah.
steering away from the FFA
Yeah,
agriculture
what
life.
else?
Kind of a little
give us a
personal
rundown.
life.
What else do you do around the school here? I know FFA is not your only thing here.
Yeah, you're a very well in
Just
what's
involved.
the yeah
There it
that's the
is.
word
You're
I was
very
looking
well
for.
involved in our
Person
school.
around.
So give us a
not even
little
just the school, the community too.
yeah. Give us a little rundown of kind of your impact on the school and community.
Yeah.
So I'm in the band. I'm in basketball. I'm involved in 4-H, which is we have a local club here that goes from Canton to Galva.
Yeah, give us a little rundown on that 4-H.
Yeah.
What is it for those people that don't know what's 4-H?
So 4-H is it's a similar organization to FFA. I wouldn't say they have as much contest, but they still have contests and leadership development events, and it's mostly aimed towards younger kids that can't be in FFA yet to help them.
right.
Oh, sweet.
Get started on that, really.
Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of interrupted you there. What's go ahead and finish on what else you're kind of involved in there.
So like I said, basketball, band. I tried to be in the robotics team this year, but I didn't
make
get
it.
into that class.
Right.
It's a pretty full class.
It
a lot
is.
of people enjoy that.
Yeah.
All right, so that's end with Jase. We're gonna bring Brecken and Sage in here.
Yeah, Miss Austin.
We're gonna bring Brecken.
Bring her in here today.
I don't think she's in. I don't think she's here.
She's here. Be another time. She left. It'll be another time. Oh, you're an idiot. It'll be another time. Anyways, so thank you, Jase, for coming in and joining us here. Like I said, this is just kind of the start to our National FFA Week. So I don't know if we're going to release these as different episodes at a time or all in one or maybe 2 and 2 or whatever.
I guess
But-
they'll know before us.
Yeah, you'll know before we do, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, thank you guys for coming and watching another episode. Jase? thanks for coming in and joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you for telling
Good
us
luck.
kind of about your FFA and, more about your life. It's cool to, learn about more students here that people usually don't get to see.
Yeah, thank you, Jase.
So, yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next episode or
Jase Beltz
in the
for
next
you.
part of this episode. That is the man Buckets.
And
Catch
we
you on the
will
next
catch
one.
you later. Oh, that was perfect.